Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of TiE Hubli, I have the pleasure to welcome you all for this program. We are privileged to have Dr. Vijay Sankeshwar for this program. I would like to welcome him and thank him for sparing his valuable time today. He will be addressing the gathering about his story of building his business empire. The objective of organizing this program is to inform you about TiE. TiE is the Indus Entrepreneurs, is an organization with mission to foster entrepreneurship globally through mentoring, fostering and education. The Hubli chapter was founded in 2009. Since then, TiE has grown in strength with 240 active members spread across North Karnataka. During the last 5 years, TiE has been instrumental in mentoring a lot of entrepreneurs to improve their businesses by multiple folds. In North Karnataka, Belgaum is one of the major industrial hubs. I am sure it has more industries than Hubli and has a good number of entrepreneurs. Presently, we are having 10 TiE members in Belgaum. We at TiE feel that the scope for membership growth is very good in Belgaum. We have organized this program to motivate entrepreneurs from Belgaum to join TiE. During the course of this program, we will be imparting information of TiE and the benefits to its members. The structure of today's program is, first thing we'll have an introduction of TiE by our founder president, Mr. Santosh Hubli. Then there will be a My Story session by Dr. Vijay Sankeshwar. And then we'll have two TiE members will share their benefits they are accrued from TiE to their businesses. So now I request Mr. Santosh, the founder, president of TiE, to give an introduction of TiE.
To be here and address all the gathering. Before I speak about TiE, let me present a small video which is a self-explanatory and which will help set the
experience of how to be a part of TiE. Every meeting that you attend, every program that you attend, you always end up getting inspired or you always end up learning something more. And you meet interesting people over there, your mind kind of just blows open. So that way TiE has been a fantastic opportunity for me to meet like-minded people.
TiE is to give this opportunity to many more women who are either thinking about attempting an enterprise or just trying to engage with entrepreneurship as it's. So it's been amazing. I think in last 2 years we have had a strong group of more than 60 women. We get together, we meet with each other, we visit other women who are handling an enterprise. So there are a lot of role models now to see that how women in two-tier city are not only managing their role as homemaker, as mother, but also very actively basically pursuing a highly enterprising career. So I'm personally very happy with this initiative, and hopefully in the time to come we will see TiE merging with TiE and then have as many women entrepreneurs representing TiE just as men are.
So we have to penetrate in the smaller cities with a good concept, and really it will do wonder to the society.
I would say significant growth in TiE Hubli, despite being a Tier 2 city, very small city. I would say it's the smallest city in the world which has a TiE. That itself is and despite that, hiring for multiple years, 3+ years, and actually really growing significantly. It's a great accomplishment.
And I like the fact that there's a lot of that open sharing in Hubli, which I think is excellent, because that's what will open up the opportunities in Hubli for lots of businesses, lots of people, and I just like the energy that we have in Hubli right now.
A small story about how this entire TiE kind of how it started. If you go back to year 1992, there were these entrepreneurs from Silicon Valley, like Indians who struggled, who went there, started something, but were fairly successful, who had already started their business. They were waiting at the airport lounge for their flight. Then they, among them like Kanwal Rekhi and Sridhar Mitta, these are the successful IT entrepreneurs. They said, somebody who comes from India, who will give business to them? There's no company wants to try them. How do we break this? So there came this idea of TiE. Why don't we create something like an Indus base? It is not just India or something. It's an India and US collaboration, and it has across the world now. It has spread. But when it initiated, the idea was that somebody, a great guy coming to US, job is one of the option for him. But if he wants to be an entrepreneur, who is the guy who wants to try that? So this organization said, we'll create an organization where we'll try to help them probably get the first customer. See, in every business, the most difficult part after we do all the struggle is whether we get the paying customer. So these things came out as TiE as one of the main agenda. And even today, if you see, TiE's philosophy has been to mentor, to foster, and to grow the entrepreneurship. Everybody has a potential, but sometimes there's little things like we have, for example, Mr. Sankeshwar. If you go to his office, probably he will say, I'm so busy, I can't do anything about it. But if we call for a TiE function, today he said, you have ordered me to come here, how can I deny coming here? You know, that's the difference what an organization can bring. So if you really see, TiE from a small initiative started at the airport lounge has grown to over now 61 chapters globally, and Hubli is proud to have a chapter. And let me say about Hubli a little small story. In fact, when I, and along with Vivek, Naveen, couple of people, when we started this TiE initiative, in fact we initiated it as a North Karnataka TiE chapter. We never said TiE Hubli, but just that when they gave approval and other stuff, they said North Karnataka looks too big a name, so we'll keep it Hubli. But the ideology, the philosophy is beyond Hubli, and it is, Belgaum is very much integral part of this TiE Hubli. And who are these global ambassadors who feel that this is the organization which can really make the change? You can see CK Prahlad, for example, just to give an example. I happened to meet him just before he expired in US. The amount of commitment he has for TiE, he wrote the entire philosophy document for TiE, which he said how the TiE should be looked at and how it can really foster entrepreneurship. You know, because he talked about the next practice, not the best practice alone. And we have again Kiran Majumdar, Nandan Nilekani, and the many of them. And let me also say, TiE when it started, although it was a lot of IT driven, but today if you come to Hubli or any other chapter like Nagpur, Coimbatore, it's all cross-based, and you will find a little bit of IT patches here and there. So what I'm trying to say is, this organization has a potential to absorb any kind of entrepreneurship and grow that. So I think this slide, the previous slide, shows you that how much has gone beyond IT actually. So let me skip this. So coming to Hubli chapter, today we are proud to say that we have about more than 60 charter members, or 250 members, and about 60 plus women entrepreneurs alone in the group, which is a great, I think, initiative in any part of TiE chapter globally. And these are some of the events which TiE did and whom we had in Hubli. I think Narayan Murthy, n number of times we had him, and we have like Fanindra Sama of Red Bus. I think amazing stories from Ratan Tata to Desh, of course, and we had Ronnie Screwvala, Sudha Murthy. These are the people who want to come and share their experience, and also in most of the cases we have seen that they are ready to even mentor with prior arrangements and prior appointments. So when they come, we try to tell an entrepreneur that you go prepared, you pitch your story. Pitching the story need not be in a formal room like this. It could be as simple as, I picked Mr. Vijay Sankeshwar from the airport to the auditorium. We get 15-20 minutes. You share your story and you ask what is that is right and wrong. And that is what I think Gautam did with Mr. Narayan Murthy, and today he is proud to have met Narayan Murthy and working with global pharma companies. And again, speakers, I think I'll just skip this. We had n number of amazing speakers coming to Hubli and share. And I assure you that in the next visit, during TiECon or post TiECon, we'll have many speakers come to Belgaum and speak. In fact, I had told last time to Desh and he had agreed to come, and probably we'll arrange one event around it and call him also. So TiECon, I think Vivek Nayak is going to say a few words. It was a flagship event of TiE, I could say, where we had on one stage Narayan Murthy to Desh and Mashalkar and Ratan Tata, of course. So it was an amazing event having all of them. Plus, it was not just about the 4 key speakers, but the entire speaker series was excellent, and a lot of people really felt that they got inspired. And our advisory board, we have a formal advisory board, Desh and of course Mr. Sankeshwar, Dr. Ashok Shettar of DVB, then Vivek is the president. Then we have vice president and other hierarchies in the organization. And we have grown, like I told, membership. We are about 234, and I'm sure Belgaum will add at least about 100 people in next 1 year. I'm sure of it. And apart from flagship events, we also organize how to connect employees in the organizations, in these entrepreneurship organizations, with other organizations. So we organize, for example, the cricket tournament every year, and apart from cricket, we also have a lot of other events you can see. And also we have made a special interest group, because a lot of people said, I am a finance guy, what will I do coming to some session on some other things which has no interest to me. So we said, okay, for your interest, we create some special interest group. So we have HR special interest group, which basically tries to help HR issues of each other companies. So we have one representative from each company who come and try to see what are the best practices and what way each one can help each other. So what are the benefits of this? Definitely the network and collaboration, mentoring. I think I would like to emphasize on this. Most of these successful people are not available so easily for mentoring. So through TiE, we try to create an ecosystem where they come and try to feel that they can help the other budding entrepreneurs. Because in TiE, again, we would have filtered them and took them, inducted them. So there is a mechanism which works, and this mechanism is working well for Hubli, and it's growing. So we are quite active on social networks. So probably I'll tell you, Hubli is the about a year back I'm telling the highest on the social networks, the Facebook and all, globally in fact. So we were going ahead in that race rather than trying to use the existing email system and other system. So I think a lot of things goes to Naveen Jha, our past president, who took great initiative in promoting social network. And we have Hubli partners, all the companies of Hubli, and of course we'll have Belgaum in this list now coming in. So yearly we try to take them as annual partners, and they support us financially, and which also helps us bridge the gap from not just earning revenue from membership, but also do other events. So last but not the least, let me share one more small thing about TiE program which we run in Hubli. It's called the TiE Young Entrepreneurship Program, which is basically for the students of 8th to 12th grade. I don't want to take too much time for that, but definitely offline I can share you what we are doing for the 8th to 12th grade students on entrepreneurship. Okay, thank you very much.
It's my pride privilege to introduce Sri Vijay Sankeshwar, our Chairman and Managing Director of VRL. He has started his journey with a printing press at the age of 16. Company has been largest fleet in private sector, having 4,000 vehicles including 500 high-tech buses. The company is engaged in cargo and passenger transport, courier service, and has been more than 1,000 branches, 3,000 locations spread all over the country, employing more than 14,000 employees. The company's turnover is more than 1,300 crores. Companies against it will project also. VRL have launched Vijay and in 2 years they have touched the circulation of 7 lakh. There are a lot of award and recognition. I would like to read in short because their bio required at least half an hour for me. Award and recognition for sir is honored with Udyog Ratna, Sariga Ratna, Vishweshariya Navratna, Pratikodma, Hagu Samajik Seva Purushkar, Vishweshariya Memorial, Sariga Samad, Uday Ratna, Transport Personality of the Year 2012, Renuka Shri. And for the VRL, there are a lot of other awards, which is the best logistic provided in the retail and FMGC segment in India, best practice adopter of the year, operation excellence in South region, environment conservation in South region, technology innovation and quality, Apollo Fleet of the year award. And also selected the best customer experience in HTV category in the southern region. In political career, sir was MP for the 3 years and he was nominated as MLC in 2008. Recently, sir have added one more jet. Now sir have personal 2 jet. He has also been honored doctorate from Karnataka University. But friend, best of thing I would like to tell you that in TiE we call a lot of speaker. And always we have a lesson learned and a feedback. Whenever TiECon sir has my story session, we had around 20 speakers. We have sent mail to around 500 people. We got feedback from 300 people. And the best speaker was sir. And it is only because he speaks from the heart. Thank you very much. After sir's speech, there will be question answer. People are around you. If you have any questions, please write down and give it to them. They will give it after the program. Now I request our President, Mr. Vivek, to please escort sir to the stage.
My story is not amazing, and my father migrated from Yamkanmadi, which is in Belgaum district, just 25 kilometers from here. And our previous surname was Tukshi. One of my brother Tukshi is also here. And all this, lot of people in Belgaum, like Gadvi, Patan Shetty, Dukani, all these our relatives are there. And basically, my father started of his own entrepreneur in the business, in the publication line about 75 years before. And when I was 16 years boy, he has given me gifted me one printing press, small printing press to run. And I have started my career when I was studying in SSLC at the 16 years of age. And now I am 64, and since 48 years I am working without a single day holiday, including Deepavali and whatever it may be. Because I am a workaholic. And I started when we were all together, my father and my 4 brothers, my sisters, husband and all, were in the printing line. And at my age of 20, all our small units, we were comfortable, we are not rich or poor, or we are not big or small. Comfortably, ideally middle class people like Gadar. All 5-6 units put together, we are doing a turnover of say 50 lakhs rupees a year. And it was a good turnover that time. But I was thinking, all my father, brother, sister sitting in the same business and doing Kannada publication. That time we were publishing about 400 books. Our hot selling book is D.K. Bharat Dictionary. Still, my brother is printing that dictionary and it is sold. We are selling about 3 lakh copies every year now. So I thought to do some diversification in the business, and we were planning sales from 20 years to 25. Though we are running everybody each unit of their own, ultimately we are not coming to any conclusion that why we should borrow 3 lakh rupees, 4 lakh rupees from the bank and we should sign as a guarantor. We have only one house of costing 50,000 rupees. If we will not pay the installment, that house also will go, so many things for that. So we planned so many industries starting from investment of 2 to 3 lakh, 4 lakh. Ultimately it didn't happen. And my brothers and father and brother telling, we are very comfortable, we are very prestigious family and brother doing good business, why we start some other business or burn the fingers. Ultimately, in 1976, at the age of my 26 years, I started the truck business that is called in Vijay Roads, and my first year turnover was 2 lakh rupees a year. Now, my friend reported our turnover, last year turnover, 1350 crores. Now this year we are crossing 1600 crores turnover. And sometimes I think a lot. Many of my friends and relatives, those whom I left and came out of the family, not for any other reason, doing something else. My brothers, and all they are doing very well. They are very capable, they are very intelligent, they are very healthy also. But if you total all their individual turnover, that will not cross 60 crores. Whereas my turnover is crossing 1,600 crores. My business, I am not a small businessman and I am not a big businessman like Tata or Romani like that. My business is a middle class businessman, but I am satisfied myself whatever we have achieved all these years. Sitting in this hall, almost all are my customers are only, and you are the masters, I am a servant, because ours is a logistic company, ours is a service oriented company, we have to serve. Being a service oriented company, huge manpower and investment is required, but whereas turnover will be less. If the same manpower and investment if we put in some other industry, the turnover may be 5-10 times much bigger than this. But we have a satisfaction. We'll come to now we are into surface logistics in India, and if you take turnover wise, we are number 2 now. Number 1 is Asia is doing about 2,000 crores and we are doing 1,600 crores. There are quite big other players also are there who are doing 800 crores, 1,000 crores, 1,200 crores and all. And I have thousands of friends who are doing fairly good business of 50 to 100 crores or 200 crores. They are based in Chennai, Calcutta, Mumbai and across the country. And many times we meet each other and exchange our ideas and we share our thoughts and all. And my experiments is not a thumb rule or anything. But what I have done is a very, very simple formula which suits me very well. But now it is become order of the day. Those who will not follow in logistic real theory will die very soon. And who will follow real theory will die much faster than not following. Because I'll give very small examples here. They compromise a lot of things that I have never did. Suppose in my organization, I will not take any of my relatives in the management. If I take any relatives in the management, we will lose the control. We cannot take any action. If he is my sister's son or brother's son or something, we cannot take action on that. Same thing, I don't do any partnership with anybody, whether he is a relative or friends or any investor, anything. We will not do any partnership in this. What I am telling here may apply also to other industries what you are running also. These are very simple formula to adopt, but very difficult, very difficult. It is like very difficult, I can say, I can't say much about it. Because one should have a determination to implement it. Suppose if you have any relatives in your company, in the management, you cannot throw him out or you cannot get out. Though you are in good terms, once you decide to come out, when I came out from Gadar about 30 years back, I decided to come out, not with calling with relatives. Here also, those who will come out or will go out, definitely they can do much better because they can take their own decisions. And many people say, whatever Sankeshwar touches is a golden touch and it will become successful. That is not so. Whenever I do thousands of experiments or thousands of tests, out of 1,000, one will be successful. But we will persuade in doing it. If you hear the story of who has invented the bulb or the switch or something, they have also failed 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 1 lakh times, then they will become successful. What we do, we lose the heart immediately that ye mere se nahi hone wala. So, when we started with these small simple formula, no relatives, no partners, and should not tell lie. If I am telling in front of you, you may say that you are doing 1,500, 600 crores turnover, you are fairly mid-sized grown company, you are telling that, but we can't do like that. We have to surrender, we have to tell lie. If you tell lie, you will be escaped for that moment, but you will be blacklisted in your mind or eyes throughout your life. Take an example. In 82, I started my Bombay operation where my investment of 10 lakh was required. 10 lakh, about 32 years back, it is very big money to mobilize. So some of the financiers, I sent a registered notice who had financed me 2 lakh, 3 lakh and all to Bombay, Chennai and the various locations, stating that I am entering into a very big venture of investing 10 lakh rupees in Mumbai. I will not pay your installment for another 3-4 months. Okay, 3-4 months, kindly cooperate, I will pay you the overdue interest. So 1 or 2 financiers came running. We are giving the notices and persuading the fellows and you are borrower, you are giving me a rate. That time no courier and no mobile and no email was there. So I sent a registered notice. They came to our rescue and said that we will give you bridge loan of 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 8 lakhs like this. So like this, if the consignment is broken, yes it is broken, I am not legally responsible, but if the loss is 10,000, okay, let us say 5,000, 5,000, like this. You have to be more practical on this show. When I was going for the canvassing to many parties, even in Belgaum, I used to roam here in Maruti Galli, this Kade Bazaar and all, door to door like a postman. Very repeatedly I used to come over here. If I start my canvassing at 9 o'clock, I was closing my day at 9 o'clock in the night when all shutters are down. All the cloth merchants, all are very good friends of mine here also. So, those, they are not at all encouraging us, they are saying that Idwas is a small company, तुम्हारा दिल्ली सर्विस नहीं, बॉम्बे नहीं, फिर बेंगलुरु से क्या करने का है, you have only 3 vehicles, you have 2 vehicles like this. So, you see, we built them a confidence. And some people literally pulled me out. That time I was 26, 27 years boy. Literally, they pulled my shirt and वो पैकर को स्वीपर को बोल देते थे कि ये चश्मा ये छोकरा आ गया तो अंदर नहीं छोड़ने परेशानी करता है. Even I used to go to companies like in Bangalore, like Lipton, Colgate and all. I was much insulted there also. We have not heard this Vijay Roadline's name at all. Lot of companies going and coming and closing the shutters after doing some checking. Then to attract these people, I thought what we should do. So, if I make it a private limited, people will honor us. I was not cheated anybody, but I made a private limited making Vijay Roadlines to a Vijay Roadlines private limited, managing director. So whenever I used to go with my car, oh, managing director, please sit down, sir. Then I started telling I have a service from Bangalore to Hubli, Dharwad and Belgaum. Oh, only four branches you have. Oh, no, sorry, we can't help you. No, sir, I don't want any of your help. You just try me once. If you are not satisfied, I will not step into your door again. After a lot of persuasion, we are slowly getting the business. When we proved ourselves that our service level and our prices are much customer friendly and terms are much customer friendly, they only started propagating the others. That ठीक है आप VR में माल मंगाओ कुछ भी हुआ तो मेरा जिम्मेदारी. He was taking my customers were acted as my business executive, stating that they will take responsibility. अरे कुछ हो गया तो विजय भाई को हम फोन करेंगे मेरा जिम्मेदारी. Like this, the level of confidence we have to build over a period of time. Now, as I told you, what I do, if somebody has to do it compulsory in logistics, and if they do it, they will die much faster. Take an example. Whatever may be finance problem I have, still I am having a lot of financial problem. Say 500, 600 crores loan is there. Every hour I have to pay 1,25,000 interest per hour, not paid. But whatever I purchase, I make a cash purchase. And whatever we give service, we want the customer who will pay us the cash immediately. When I mentioned about one bigger company than me, 2,000 crores they are doing, we are doing 1,600 crores. If you look at a balance sheet, our profitability is double than their profitability. That means we are looking, no. Our prices are much below because our working style and our cost of operation is much below than them. While their prices are more, lot of their relatives are there, lot of their own caste people they have put, they will not take any action. And they are the carbon copy. Of course, they are more mature, they are more intelligent, they are more qualified, they have more money, but they are carbon copy. In my life, many youngsters ask me, Uncle, what is, two questions are very often asked me personally and by letter, and it is sometimes they discuss themselves also. Generally, what is the secret of success and who is your role model? I don't have any role model. I myself is a role model. If I became a role model, I have to do whatever mistakes he is doing. And the success means I have certain Lakshman Rekha in my life. As I told you, no partner, should not tell lie, and you don't hesitate to borrow money. If you are in a financial stress, you should show your face to the lenders. हम बहुत सारे 10-20 हज़ार ले लेते थे ना पहला, एंड इसका इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं देने को नहीं होता था. दैट टाइम आई यूज्ड टू गो टू द शॉप, सेड अभी मेरे को तकलीफ में 8 दिन छोड़ के तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट देता हूँ. अरे विजय भाई इतना तुम क्यों टेंशन में क्यों, और देख 10,000 रुपये लेके जाओ. If you start acting, मेरा चेकबुक नहीं है, मेरा कैशियर नहीं है, वो नहीं है, then people will realize this fellow is not honest. They will try to take out their money. The same way, we have to be more customer friendly and also more practical. How the cost of operation is less? Because we are, as I told, we are not a carbon copies. Our vehicles are carrying 15% more load than any of our competitors. Even if you compare apple to apple, my vehicle supplier Manik Bhai is also sitting over here. They know very well. My vehicle is carrying 15% more load, whereas my competitors are outsourcing the vehicle, they are carrying 15% less. And every day we are planning how to cut down the cost of operation. What they do, they believe in outsourcing, whether it is logistics or any other company. Outsourcing is not at all a good model, what I feel. Suppose sometimes I outsource security guards, all of you are experienced. If he is on my payroll, I will take action on him. If I write a letter to the security supplier, he will change that fellow and he will put in your factory, and your factory who was not you are happy, that fellow he will put. Like that. And now the government is charging so much of service tax, whether the NDA comes or UPA comes. They have seen the taste of service tax, which will give much more revenue than any other department. It will go on increasing, and more number of service will come under the service tax purview also. So that is a very wrong concept. Why we should take headache of this one? Everything people are outsourcing, but whereas everything we are doing our own. My software is there, you will not believe. If I call some of the reputed software person and ask them to make the same model, they are quoting about 40 to 50 crores rupees. But my software we have built on our own, employing 3-4 people over a period of 10 years, which might costed me 2-3 crores. And my software, every day we are updating whatever is our requirement. We conduct across the country monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly meetings of a lot of people, and we gather information from them. I personally cannot move to attend all those meetings, some regional people are there. But in spite of that, I too conduct about 5-6 serious meetings of various segments, passenger segment, cargo segment, like that. We conduct and we take feedback what competitors are doing and what they are doing wrong and what we could improve. As I told about the company which is doing more turnover than us, their profitability is half of us. If you compare about my receivables in the market, my company, 1,600 crore company, I have to receive 40 crores from the market, from the corporate billings. It's not 40 crore. If you take another logistic company in India who are doing 800 crores, 1,000 crores, 1,200 crores, their receivables from the customers is not less than 300 to 400 crores. My bad debt per year is 25 lakh. If they are really serious to write off their accounts, their bad debts will be minimum 50%. They run after the big clients, I run after the small customers. What we are doing here, all of you, all of us, what we are doing, we run after the big people to supply. What happened once? Once my son-in-law started a garment factory. Externally I supported him, and I told him, he is an MD doctor, very brilliant, very excellent fellow. He is almost 100 times more brilliant than me. I am not a brilliant. But I told him, you keep 1 or 2 sewing machines. Stitch only 10 shirts a day and sell in your showroom. But don't supply to the big fellows where you will get, you have to act on your own terms. Ultimately what he did, Japan में ऐसा होता है, Singapore में ऐसा होता है, he told lot of, he used to see website, this thing, that thing, Walmart का इतना बड़ा है, वो Walmart क्या है, हम वो उसका सेवा करने का है. What he did, he bought 800 sewing machine, 800 imported Japanese sewing machine, and started producing, getting order from those companies. One model of shirt, 10,000 pieces. One model of ladies garment, 5,000 pieces. He used to tell me, you see, such a big order I got. I said, what fool you are? Your cost of producing a shirt is 40 rupees and that fellow is getting you from 38 or 38 rupees. Ultimately what happened, after 2 years, he has to close down that unit, making huge losses. One more my son-in-law of Belgaum only did not. Shashikant did not, many of may be knowing. He started at same time, same period, same investment. No change in that. And he is also an engineer. I am not an engineer, I am not a doctor. The elder one was a doctor, very intelligent. And this fellow is also very intelligent and an engineer. He followed my method. Kitna bhi nuksan hone do, you should brand your product. Can you believe now? My son-in-law's dairy is just about 15 kilometers from Belgaum. He suffered so much in 6 years, and now his turnover is, total his investment borrowed and owned put together is about 16 crores. His turnover this year, he has completed balance sheet of yesterday, 156 crores. And I am not fighting and not using this platform to market my son-in-law product here. These are the practical things who are, you can visualize here only, not going to somewhere to Europe or US to study what is happened there. And though he is a small fellow, though he is settled down in Belgaum, though he is selling milk in only 3-4 districts, his Aditya brand ice creams are very popular in Kerala, Goa, Pune, Bombay. He is getting the dealer as per his terms and conditions. And about 4 months back, one Italian or some company, some European company, they organized the survey, and the top Indian 300 dairy product manufacturers, he stood number 1 in quality. Of course, he suffered too much in 6 years and he suffered losses. But I told him, you have to do this. So now this brand, suppose as a matter of business money, if you think of it, his own investment carried forward loss and borrowings put together maybe 20 crores. If you sell that company today, it will cost about 200-300 crores. When you earn money, it will not multiply your valuation. When you build a brand, it will multiply your valuation. Suppose if you put a nice factory, toothpaste manufacturing factory, 100 crores is required, not more than that, much modern. But you cannot beat Colgate. You start manufacturing toothpaste with 10 lakhs of investment, go on selling door to door, and one day or the other, it will become as big as Colgate. You should have a confidence on you first. Once what happened, when I migrated at the age of 30 from Gadag to Hubli, my father was very worried. This fellow is mad fellow. He has borrowed already 10-12 lakh rupees and what he is going to do in Hubli. And I am sure this fellow cannot pay his monthly rent, house rent of 600 rupees. And when I started my family with my wife and children at the age of 13 in Hubli, in a rented house, he came to my owner's house, landlord's house, and given 4 postcards. Those time postcards were more popular, no mail and no experience also. I am sure my son will not pay 600 rupees rent to you. You please don't kick him out from the house. He is a mad fellow, he has come with his wife and children. You write a letter to this address, I will pay you 600. After 10 or 8 days, I had been to some movie with my wife, and there was some Raj Kapoor film was there, and I told my wife, see, he has copied my house of having such a palatial building and all. She told, where is our palatial building? No, we built after 25 years. Your father told last week only you cannot pay 600 rupees and you have done it back. And what nonsense you are talking? Don't worry. I will build much better than this house after 25 years and put your name only. Her name is Lalita. Now I put it as Lalitma. I built that house exactly much better than that after 23 years and mentioned as Lalitma. Smart I am telling about my relation with my father and my wife is not disclosing on this platform. What you decide, it will happen. And what you decide, it will never happen until you involve in it. You have to go deep into the sea. If you stand on the seashore, you will get all the dirty things only. And if you go inside the sea, you will get diamonds and so many things. The risk factor is also there, and at Lacus we have to build a planned image. Lot of people are saying that ours is a trucking company. So 2 years before I had gone for IPO, it did not happen because of the 2G spectrum and pneumonia and all issues. That is a different issue. Those times people were talking about the trucking industry. Why you need so much of trucks? Nobody is having more than 1,000 trucks in the country. Why you need 3,400 trucks? Again, 1,000 trucks you are buying out of IPO money. Why you need it? I told them, everybody, hundreds of people, that ours is not a trucking company. Nobody will survive in trucking company. Till also and those also. Till I am confident, nobody will survive if you run as a trucking company. I am running a logistic company to give the better service to the customer. I need not to show off that I am people on board on the model and concept. We should have clarity in our mind why we are buying. मेरा दोस्त ने 20 गाड़ी ले लिया, मैं 40 गाड़ी ले लेता हूँ. It is not the thing. मेरे को 100 करोड़ बिजनेस ज्यादा करना है, मेरे को 200 गाड़ी ज्यादा देना. This is not called a business. When you need it, then you have to buy it, then you have to invest it. And we have a practice of making our monthly balance sheet right from the day one till today. What is our position and where we stand. And also we compare what our other counterparts, what is their turnover and all. If you see those who are doing 400-500 crores lesser than our turnover, their receivables are 400 crores and their 50% are not at all that money will come. Still they are showing the balance sheet. And the banking system is so bad and they are not visualizing, they will give 75-80% loan on that receivable. So many things are there, we have to go on a micro level to analyze where we are doing our mistakes and why others are doing that mistake and all. This is the way how the company has grown. and in 99 we started the media also. When we started the media, we were state level 4 Kannada papers were there in Karnataka. All Karnataka 4 papers put together circulation was 7 lakh. And when I addressed my gathering during inaugural function at Hubli, that stating that within 5 years my Vijay Karnataka will cross 5 lakh circulation. 60% of the audience, they clap and show their interest and also they praise me. 40% who are knowing the industry, they kept quiet. Whenever they used to meet and somebody very close to me, they used to telephone me and tell me that you should not have something like nonsense on the platform. All paper put together itself, circulation is 7 lakhs, so we will make it 5 lakhs in 2 years. And all these papers took almost 80 years to establish 2 printing centers. And why you are telling lie in the public and you are having little image in the public that you are spoiling if you go on telling such lie. One lie, what they commented is 5 lakhs registration is not at all possible, and 10 centers you cannot establish. And literally we crossed 6 lakh circulation in 2 years, and instead of making 10 units in 2 years, we did 10 units in 1 year, 8 months. And in 99, there was a habit of reading. There are of course a lot of English readers were there. Kannada reading people means highly qualified, decent, big businessmen, politicians used to read the paper. When we came to the field, we brought down the prices and we improved the quality, increased the number of pages, given more commission to the agents, and we created a new readership. Readership is created by us, and which is written by some Jeffrey, some writer in 2002 from UK, stating Vijay Karnataka is the regional world record paper in such a short span of time. Vernacular language is actually so much. We created a new readers. Nobody is writing an article or supplementary about farmers. We started writing a supplementary on farmers. Nobody is writing about the health. We started a health supplementary. Nobody were writing anything about Mahila. We started about Mahila. Like this. And we started one supplementary like Dharma Vijay. Then our editorial people were against me. So Dharma, all this should not come into the paper and you are spoiling the ethics of the editorial and why this and all. Dharma means all. That includes all the ice cream, cold coffee, like this, so many things they are offering now. So they have exploited our taste buds. But when I was looking at so many youngsters who are MBA and very rich, croropatis and all, their sons are putting stalls, Goli Vada Pav. It is American company, they are established only, they are selling Vada Pav. Many of my, you might have tasted and come across, Hubli mein to 5-6 dukaan hai. You see, the company is making thousands of crores money. It is one of the sister concerns of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is also in the You see, such a small things also, if you brand it, if you go to Goli Vada Pav shop, they are wearing a particular shop, the shop is branded like this. So, our logistic model is consignee model. And what others are doing is consignor model. There is a lot of difference between the consignee and consignor model. Consignor means the big corporates who will dictate the terms and who will send the consignment. that is called consignor model. Consignee means small fellow who will get the material from the suppliers, wholesalers or the from factory. Many of my competitors who are around 1,000 crores company, they are having say 500, 600, 800 corporate consignor customers. If they lose 5 or 10, they will be let down. In this recession, many of the corporates have delayed the payment. None of our customers are bad, and lot of them are very good customers. They are paying in right time. Many of them, they are delaying the payments. You will not believe, more than 60% of my corporate customers we have deleted. We are not going to serve you because your payments are delaying nowadays. That guts when you have a thorough mastery over the quality of service and confidence what you are delivering to them. That we have done it. In my other transport logistic companies, they have say 700, 800 customers. Whereas in Belgaum city alone, we are having more than 6,000 customers. Across the country, we are having more than 30, 40 lakh customers. In their company, if the 10 customers leave the company, they will not give the business. This fellow will be in trouble. In my company, even 10,000 customers will go away, will not come to know, because another 20,000 by that time we are adding. Many of my other friends in the logistic sector, they are very happy about with the 20-15% minus growth. Whereas in this recession, volumetrically, you leave the turnover. Volumetrically by tonnage, this year we have grown by 15%. And because many we are left, they have left, many we have added, existing customers also getting less consignment. But because of the quality of service, we are able to get more business. And many companies, some of my friends and relatives, they come with their children. My son wants to do some MBA, some study and all. He wants to understand and all, some questionnaire and all. You give me the list of customers, we'll go and inquire. Anybody in India or my customer will go anywhere. I will not give the list of customer and tell them by phone that this fellow is coming to you, that you tell very good about me, like this. So, many cases, MBA thesis they have written, and I have about 20 books with me. They have made a survey of that girls and boys of age 22, 23. They have met 100, 200 customers across the many varieties of the customers, and they have given the report. Otherwise, I was thinking that we are not so much refined company. Yes, fairly we are doing well. After submitting the report, we came to know our service level is more than 96%. Whereas our competitor service, I will not credit, it is not good to mention here, their service level is less than 60%. And how you started the business with one of their questions. Many have written that all the logistic companies, they were going door to door and capture their business, and they tried with them. Whereas we got the business, somebody referred my name, you can get the consignment like this. So, lot of such things will happen. So, my request to the youngsters here, all are very good customers of VRL also. And you try to change some model and try to understand the monthly profitability and whatever the receivables and all. Keep away who are not a good paymaster, and try to get some new customers. What happens? इतना दिन से आया एक customer चलेगा तो business चले जाता है. In my company also people will shout like that. When I take a meeting, hey sir, don't become so strict. We will lose the customer. You don't bother. You take your salary, keep quiet, and you need not be in the business. So we conduct the monthly monthly business to, there are two things, how to improve the quality of service and how to increase the tonnage growth. No, in our company only, we are not given any business target. We don't believe in business target. I tell them, have you targeted how much year you are going to live? You want to live one day more, you spend 10,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees extra in ICU. So no target. And many people are having a wrong concept of, say, retirement of 58 years, 68 years. But in our company, our retirement was 58 years. Now we are enhanced to 65 years. And we have issued an open letter to all the employees congratulating this new year sent by me, in that stating that though as per the standing order of the company, the retirement age is fixed, you can live until your death. You can work until your death in our company. So, we should not lose the experienced people in the company. What I have seen with our competitors, those who work dedicatedly for the company for 30 years, 35 years, once they retire, they will send them off. Their life will not only become miserable, here also management will lose the gravity of control. Because lot of things that fellow is knowing with the experience of running this company 20 years, 15 years, 18 years like this, and the new people will come, will do lot of mistakes, and they will give credit to the lot of new customers who are not good paymasters, and they don't know where to buy and what price to buy. So many mistakes they do. So this is one different way of functioning. That is why our company is not at all a carbon copy to copy somebody else and to perform. And TiE has given me an opportunity to address the gathering here, though I am not a good speaker. And as whatever I wanted to mention for the welcome, mentioned, if you have any mistake from my side, kindly excuse me. And if you have any doubts and worries, you can ask.
People like him, hear from people like him. And now we are into question and answer sessions. I know that though he told us a lot of things, small tips, how to manage business, how he has grown, I'm sure a lot of us have a lot of questions and we want to know more from him. So I'll be taking, sir, a few questions and I hope you'll be able to guide us further. These names are not here. People who have given the questions, they have not mentioned their names. One of the questions, sir, what was the most challenging event in your business till now? Who's written this question? Can we have person stand up and identify him? Oh, Vijay. President TiE. The most challenging event in your business till now, sir, is it positive challenge or a negative challenge? What way the question is? Sorry? Break. I think what he wants to know, what was the most difficult period for you in your business as a challenge that you had to surmount to succeed?
Challenge in our industry is not getting a good manpower, and in manager level, no much proper training or no much proper ethics in there. And in the lower level, like who are drivers and coolies and all, the shortage of lower cadre is tremendous. The Indian transport industry is suffering shortage of drivers by 40% already. And whereas we are also facing that problem, with us about 78% of vehicles are off the road for want of drivers. And repeatedly this year we have increased the package and salary almost 60% in 1 year. And everybody will talk about the diesel price and so many other things. There is a mafia going on across the country about the toll. Toll is most irritating thing. Toll tax is much faster, it is increasing than the diesel. Just about 4 years before, one of my truck going from Bangalore to Delhi and back to Bangalore, they used to pay 4,000 rupees toll tax. Now we are paying 19,000 rupees. Every trip it is increasing 300, 400. The existing tolls are increasing. Our pressure is now, we get lot of business. There are 2-3 aspects are there. One, labor class employees we are not getting. Corporates are not paying money in time. And also the input cost like diesel and toll, due to utter failure of the government, all the transport sector, including the private other sectors, also under pressure. In spite of that, we are not evading or doing any unlawful things in our company. All our employees, including the last person of the company, lowest level also, are under the purview of Provident Fund, ESI and all the statutory benefits.
Thank you, sir. This is a question from Parag Saraya. Can you please stand up and identify yourself? Mr. Parag. So his question is that you are running a very big business and you make a lot of decisions on daily basis. So there must be times when you have taken some wrong decisions in your business life. He says that we would like to know what kind of wrong decisions you took and how did you learn from it?
Many times we took wrong decision. Take an example. We bought a windmill. We are not unhappy with the windmill, but also we are not happy with the windmill because it is not our core business. Huge money we have invested there. That is one of our mistakes. And sometimes we try to do the new model of business. That time we have to lose or you have to bleed huge money for some time. It is not a wrong proposition, but we have to bleed heavily. Take an example, what we are again entered in the media. We are bleeding very heavily, so many hundreds of crores. So there is no thumb rule that if you bleed so much of money, you will become successful. But until you become successful and make it profitable, you have to pursue with it and it will happen one day.
Thank you, sir. This is from Mr. Ashok Rao. Sir, he wants to know that he finds that your employees are given a lot of authority in your business. How do you ensure that the authority is not misused by your employees? What kind of checks and balances that you have?
Suppose take an example. Instead of authority, I'll make it very clear. Say about 400 banks accounts we are operating across the country. None of the checks is signed by the director. Those who are our old employees, we have paid, we are given certain limit of 5 lakh, 10 lakh to withdrawing powers and all. Second, ours is the only logistic company in the country. We are printing, we are sending monthly circular to follow it, and we are printing a manual how booking should take place, how delivery should take place, and how the transshipment should work. And when we conduct a monthly or bi-monthly senior management meeting, people will come from across the country, from Calcutta, Delhi and all. Somewhere we sit somewhere in India, sometimes Goa, sometimes Bangalore, sometimes Hyderabad and all. 2 days meeting of 10 hours every day. Each and every smallest service issue we will sort out. And the authority, what I am saying is, it is again linked to software. Okay? If Anybody wants to bypass the route, software will come in the middle. So that technologically we are much, almost 20 times, 30 times ahead of any of our competitors. And ours is the only company, we are paying all the perks and benefits. Ours is the only, though we are not paying fairly big money or salary to our staff, our salary is almost 1.5 to 2 times more than the industry standard. And if anybody commits a mistake by knowingly or unknowingly, he will be penalized for that. And every month we may collect almost say 10 lakh rupees penalty from them. Suppose instead of loading 300 articles in one truck, he loaded one extra, one less. He will be penalized for 200 rupees or 300 rupees like this. What we generally think, everybody know, if suppose myself do the same job, I can also commit the same mistake. Why you should penalize him? If we not penalize him, he will do 5 mistakes a month. Thereafter he will do 10 mistakes a month. He will become careless, he will do 20 mistakes a month. If an employee does 10 or 20 mistakes a month, 14,000 employees, where the company will go? So there is the fear, there is a threat. And once we take the decision in the senior management meeting, nobody should bypass except 4 or 5 or 8 who are with this company. Bypassing means they are also not bypassed. They have to put a mail to them, take the approval. That system we have. Though we are given lot of liberty and lot of formalities also he has to take, follow, and the approvals also he has to take. There are certain departments are there, they have to take approvals from them. Some cell tax matter is there, some transshipment head is there, all India transshipment head, they have to take, suppose they want to divert the vehicle, instead of sending to Surat, he want to send it to Delhi. So this is the reason I want to send to Delhi. That fellow will approve. Like this, we have certain.
Sir, I think just a follow-up question. I am also curious to know, in case, for example, the person who is booking, I am booking luggage in VRL transport, and if I am making a payment to the person who is taking my luggage, whatever material I am sending to other station, and if he does not deposit that money in the company, I mean, these kind of misrepresentations, or I would say,
what we do, there are specialized customers to whom consignment we have to deliver and take the money. We will take the DD and deliver. That is called DOD is called. Deliver on against DD. That also we have. And that again linked to computer. And suppose the door delivery consignments, you will not believe, in places like Belgaum alone, every day not less than 400 door delivery consignments are there. If the consignment is not delivered within 24 hours, the computer will tell. It is a very small thing, software. So we will take action. Our Belgaum manager should give the explanation. Today, 1000 consignment we have received at Belgaum, 400 to be delivered at their door. We have delivered 392. The rest are because of this reason. And some people, even if you go to their door, they will reject the delivery that we are not placed the order. Some people, some marriage in their house. Or sometimes, in rare cases, some familial bride, some people and all, that also he will give the excuse and whatever why it is delayed and all. In places, there are some extreme countries are in our country, like Andhra and Kerala. They are very unpredictable things, because we will not, I personally will not feel Kerala and Andhra is part of India. What time what will happen? Sometimes 1 month, 20 days, no function government, and nobody, they will not allow to work and such things. Those are extreme things are there.
So there is one question here which says that you already mentioned that you are second biggest in India after Transport Corporation of India, TCI. What is your strategy to be number one in India, and when can we see VRL as number one transport company in India?
No, you see, profit-wise, we are already number one. And we don't run after the turnover and the figures. It is not good to say on this platform, still, I should be very honest to tell. When I was sharing some thoughts with the TiE management meeting, no, we have done 104 new members. I told, don't go by numbers. You should be quality, numbers you should have. Like this. So we don't run after the turnover. As I told previously, no target in our company. This is our style of business.
So it just happens that probably next year or the year after, consciously or unconsciously, VRL would be number one transport company in India, sir.
So subconscious is working, not consciously. Always we want to not only number, we want to be only one. So when I started this second media, many of my friends are asking, Sankeshwar, are you targeting to become number? Already you have made one paper, Vijay Karnataka number one. Are you targeting to become number one? No, number one we did long back, 15 years back. This time we want to be only one. You see, in Belgaum, if every day across the country 500 tons material is coming to Belgaum, VRL alone is getting 400 tons. In places like Mangalore, where they will not give entry to North Karnataka people or other than Mangalore people, we are also having 80% share in Mangalore. So, another 10-20% we cannot get because of so many other reasons. Like no good paymasters, some litigant people may be there, some customers will get without proper invoice. So many other things are there. I don't want to name those customers or the company. Reasons are that 20% also will not going to leave. That will also happen, and that this will come up. New act of GST will come. That time everybody will have to follow those systems. That time it will happen.
But sir, when you buy new trucks, like you buy every year, a huge number of trucks every year, so that is obviously a planning for the future. You are planning to grow. I mean, maybe it is not in a written down format, but obviously the new trucks that you add, the new buses that you add in your company are planning for future growth.
Last year we have bought about 700 vehicles, and this year we have already placed a firm order of 600 vehicles. So every year average we are buying more than 500-600 vehicles, and that much of requirement is there and that much of business is there, and the existing 4,000 vehicles are not sufficient. Our supplier Manipal also is here, they know. In spite of using our 4,000 vehicles, this year alone we have paid 150 crores higher to the outside vehicles, outsourced vehicles. So much of volumetrically we are growing, and we are spreading our network across the country. And I hope there is huge scope for the organized transport sector, not only the transport sector, so many sectors are unorganized, becoming organized. They are converting, that is called, now you see, over 20-30 years we used to go to blacksmith with 10 grams or 20 grams of gold to make some garment, ornament. Now we are going to showroom. We used to go to tailor like this. Now everything is available. There is a big transformation is taking place in the transport sector from unorganized to organized. That now the only organized people can fulfill and satisfy the norms of the new government and new law what the Supreme Court or any High Court is imposing, state and central government is imposing.
And sir, we'll close this session by requesting you to just say a few words for the struggling entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs who are trying to build a business. a few words of encouragement and some tips for them, and we'll close this.
Struggling will be there for the new entrepreneurs. They should have confidence, and you should try to minimize your expenditure, not only the personal expenditure. Even if you want to spend 1 rupee for the company, you have to think 10 times on that, and also keep away who are not a good paymasters, and you concentrate on the purchases by paying the cash. Even if you borrow the money, pay the interest, and now all the carbon copies what they are doing now, the style of business is changed. After innovation of this computer, mobile and email and all, they want to do business with somebody money, taking credit and pulling, harassing them and making the delay payment. We are saving some interest. Some people are thinking that is not the right thing. If anybody from any source, if you are buying the material, if you delay your payment, that fellow will not give the quality supply, and also that fellow will charge you little more price. You have to be under his mercy. So be away from the credit facilities. Thank you.
I am one of the oldest customer of Vijayanand Road Lines. 84, since 1984. Just one simple example I want to tell what he stands for. He said, if any loss of consignment is there, he compensates, he compromises whatever is there. In 84, we placed order for compliments, 2 bags from Madras. By mistake, only one consignment came to Belgaum. And they delivered one, and we sent a claim to their office to reimburse. Within 8 days, he came in his red Fiat car, self-driven. He made a payment for one consignment, part of that. And he only told, if we trace it, you have to take it and pay this, because there was my name was there. Compliment back. So that is this one. They have built their customer satisfaction since long. Thank you.
The KLS IMER management wants to felicitate Dr. Vijay Sankeshwar. I request Dr. Purushottam Bang to please come.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You all have heard the story from Dr. Vijay Sankeshwar, the successful entrepreneur from our region, our Belagavi, relate directly from his heart. That is the most wonderful part of this story session. Sir, IMER family is really proud to have you here on this occasion. I would like to felicitate you for the outstanding achievements that you have achieved, that too in such a short span of time, from 2 lakh turnover to turnover of more than 1500 crores in 30 years is a laudable achievement, and from single digit employee count to more than 13,000 employees. Again, it is that too in just a span of 30 years, and from 4 locations to more than 3,000 locations which your business has spread out, that too again in such a short span of time. We are really proud of you, sir, and you will remain an inspiring force for the student community, student entrepreneurs who are attending this story session. Thank you, sir.
It's an amazing story, right? All of you agree? Amazing story from the heart, and Vijay Sankeshwar has proven that he is not just saying, but his role model in being honest, transparent, and ready to share his weaker, stronger, turbulent, or happy moments to all of us. So I would like all of us to give him a standing ovation for the story that he has related to us. So I'm here to share a story, a very short one. But how did I get connected to TiE and what I benefited and what we can look at, all of us who would like to be a member of this organization. Look forward to you. So first is we have an organization where the mentors and the advisors like Vijay Sankeshwar, Guraj Deshpande, who actually kind of contribute to the society, contribute to the entrepreneurs and give rather than take. So despite his busy schedule, I called him once and said, okay sir, we would like to have you come for Belgaum and I wanted to come and meet you. He said, don't need to come meet me. Let me know when you want me and these are the 2 days available. I called him back saying that okay, these 2 are difficult. He said, no problem, another day. And actually he said, don't have to come and pick me up. I'll be there before time, don't worry about it. I came 5 o'clock time, he was here by 4:30, 4:45. I think that's the kind of advisors we have and thanks to those kind of advisors I have. So I joined, I came from Bangalore, I moved to Hubli. Actually I came from US and started a company, moved to Hubli. Santosh, who was the first president, called me and said, we want to have TiE here. I didn't know what TiE was. I said, what TiE is? He said, about entrepreneurs. Okay, he said, come and talk to me. He explained me about TiE entrepreneurs. I like the idea. It is the only organization, he said, which in the world, which caters for every entrepreneur. It's about entrepreneurial spirit, fostering, nurturing, enabling and nurturing this entrepreneurship. Every other organization are specifically for hardware, for software, or for manufacturing, or for the foundry. But anybody else, if somebody wants to do something else, they can't do it, and they can learn from other entrepreneurs. Like Vijay Sankeshwar we talked about, you can actually learn from other businesses. That's the only way you can grow your business, scale a business. You're going to learn from his business for the software, his business from the hardware. So TiE is the only organization which enables entrepreneur. That's the first thing he said. Second is, you would have already heard from his story that TiE is one of the biggest or one of the biggest NGO in the world, which has created more than $200 billion wealth across the world in last 20 plus years. This is amazing. $200 billion is basically kind of 12 lakh crore rupees. This is a huge number. So how did I get benefited? So I joined the TiE. I used to meet all these entrepreneurs. Vijay Sankeshwar ji came for his first prize when he was given the award for the lifetime achievement. Guraj Deshpande, Hemant, a lot of people from across India, across world used to come for speakers. And we used to meet them for 15 minutes while in the car, while on the breakfast table. I used to talk about my story, my plan. Desh also used to hear the plan once in a while. And everybody used to say, a good plan, good idea. The goals are too small. Everybody used to say that. And I used to go in the mindset that these guys don't understand. They are big guys, they have 1,000 crore buys. They don't understand about 10 crore business. They think everything can be 1,000 crore. So every year I used to kind of push back, saying that they don't understand my business. My business is very small. And they don't understand the specific business of chip design. This is very rare. There are only companies in the world, maximum biggest company is 200 people. How can I think about 1,000? 3 years later, after continuous bombarding by these leaders, I realized that all the bottlenecks were actually here. I had made up my individual bottleneck. They are not real bottlenecks. And that transformed the whole business. So our goal was to become 250 people in lifetime, number of engineers, in 25 years, 30 years. In 8 years, we could go to 450 people. We are one of the biggest in the world. We are called as top 100 companies in the world. In semiconductor, we are the only company from Europe or Asia. Why could it happen? Definitely a lot of other things. But TiE was one of the enablers for me to think beyond my capabilities. Being a middle class, my goals were like this only. Like this and like this. And TiE opened up the venue. How did we go to 450 people? I was having a one-on-one with Kishore Patil was my mentor, and I told him you be on the board. And he said, why don't you take my unit of semiconductor acquiring? I said, no Kishore, you're talking, this is not thing I will even think of. So your business, that small business also, you are $300 crore company, $300 million company. Your business is $9 million. That business is twice my size. So how can I acquire a company which is twice my size? So don't think about it. He said, think about it and come back. And I started talking with Desh, talking with all the mentors were coming. And they said, what is your problem? I said, what is my problem? It is 6 years I have struggled and got a company to, let's say, $1 million, $2 million. How can I go to big company and lose that all because risk is high? He said, what is the risk? I said, the money is that I have to buy the company, I have to pay the money. They said, why do you have to pay the money? Then they will not pay the money now. I said, how can I do that? Then they might pay from the profits of the unit. I said, well, they listen. He said, what's harm in trying? What else I can do? They said, don't give full share of the company, give part share of the company. So part money, part share. Share also small enough that they don't control your company. These two are taken care of. Are you happy? I said, great, nothing like it. I was not sure they listen. But then I talked to the Kishore Patil, he is the CEO of KPIT Comics. And we discussed for 1 year with support from TiE entrepreneurs, TiE mentors. And finally we actually acquired a unit which was double our size. And finally we grew to around 450 people. We have around $10+ million business now, revenue. And that from Hubli. And we are the only company from Asia and Europe in semiconductor, chip design, which is listed as top 100 companies by Red Herring in the world in 2012. I think thanks to TiE. So I would like, as Sanju talked about, and also Santosh mentioned it, that intent of this today's meeting was Hubliites have got benefited. So if you look at all these charter members here, who are sitting in the front line, the second line, they are benefited. They could have continuing in Hubli, why don't you come to Belgaum? But their goal was, can we impact this region? If you impact the region, our impact will be bigger and we'll be able to make a bigger contribution to the region. So they want to have Belgaum chapter to be bigger. So that's the reason why they are sitting here. They have no benefit for them, but they said, can we impact Belgaum? And they are here to make that happen. So today, after this function is over, I would like people who are interested to really take Belgaum forward. We cannot do that. We can only support. You guys are the main people from Belgaum can make a difference to it. So whoever wants to take this chapter forward, have events here where global leaders from TiE can visit here, give a talk, nurture, mentor others, and you mentor the next level entrepreneurs and thereby grow the chapter here. Please stay back. We'll have a meeting in the conference room. Why? Because after this talk we get excited, we get very, very excited. Vijay Sankeshwar talk like this, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll make the change, go back. And after 10, 20 days, everything goes up, no action happens. So if you want to make the best of this event today, we'd like to take one step as my dear friend Oswald talks about, Vice President of TiE. We have to take some action, concrete action today. So let's take a concrete action, be in the conference room there and make a difference. Are you ready guys? Yes. Okay, so thank you and thank you very much.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank TiE to share my experience. I'm going to just talk for 1 minute. When they speak about all kinds of entrepreneurs, they actually mean it, right? Because I am a 25-year-old entrepreneur, and for me, TiE has been extremely beneficial. Through TiE, I've been able to meet world-class investors, world-class businessmen, and got an opportunity to actually visit their workspaces and see what is going on. You know, TiE will not, by itself, TiE will not get your job done, but how TiE helps is, it asks, how dare you? For me, when I listen to a talk like this, I feel, how dare you settle for something mediocre? How dare you not dream of being world-class? That is what TiE does. This is the only job of TiE, I believe. Because every time you meet someone, you know, who's 500x, 1000x, and you see that the circumstances were much horrible than yours were, you end up asking yourself, how dare you? So for me, TiE is that quintessential friend, because every business goes through a dip, right? And when that curve goes up, because everyone has a beginner's luck, if there are any young entrepreneurs, you know what I'm talking about. Everyone can do well for the first couple of years or for the first 3 years, that's a beginner's luck. But then the real cliff starts, and that's the cliff that I am going through. And for me, the only companion is my TiE colleagues. So, long story short, TiE is going to ask you relentlessly, whenever you are settling down, how dare you settle down? So that's why you should join TiE. For me, it's absolutely been a life-changing opportunity to meet such people on a day-to-day basis. Imagine I'm listening to them on a day-to-day basis, what impact it has
on me. So thank you so much, and I look forward to being here in Belgaum again. Thanks.
Now we have a small talk by Vivek Naik. He will tell you about the TiECon. We had done a TiECon last year where Ratan Tata and a lot of eminent personalities attended. This year we are going to have it in May. And
I am just going to talk about TiECon, and like Santosh has given you a brief on what is TiE all about. I am sure you all must be excited to be part of the TiE fraternity. The TiECon is the flagship event of TiE chapter, and you all must have heard last year we had one of the most successful TiECon 2013, wherein Ratan Tata came, Mr. Narayan Murthy was there, Mashelkar was there, and many big people were there. And what is happening is the expectation is really going up. And to make TiECon of a larger dimension, we need to really increase our circle of influence. And I think this year we have done I think under Vivek Pawar's leadership, we have done a marvelous thing of coming over to here. And I think we were so lucky to hear Mr. Vijay Sankeshwar. Imagine in TiECon, in the TiECon, the dimension will be much bigger, and we will have many icons coming and talking and sharing their experience, and you will have a tremendous opportunity to hear all of them. And we are really trying some marquee speakers. Tentatively we have fixed the date for 12th May, but the way it looks like it might get postponed by a few days, but we will keep you all informed. We are really looking at getting somebody who is big, and expectation, like I said, is really sky high. And all of us are putting a lot of efforts. And we had a small meeting last time in Belgaum. And like I think all of us believe that the entrepreneurs community here, they are more dynamic, you are more vibrant, and we really need your cooperation, need your support to make the TiECon 2014 of the same dimension of last year, if it is not less at least. So we will keep you updated, and we wish that many of you enroll yourself and take active participation in building a good environment here, and also support us in setting up, in showcasing TiECon in Hubli. And I request, and most of the people say that traveling that extra mile, you may have to do it this year to come all the way to Hubli and witness the TiECon 2014. I hope that you all motivate yourself first, and also people around you to come and attend TiECon 2014 in Hubli. And we need all your inputs as well. Like we were with Vinayak last time, and he was saying that why not, we are discussing with people, why not we get Anu Aga from Thermax who can come and speak. So we are exploring, and we would like all of you to pitch in and help us to organize wonderful TiECon. You will get to hear a lot of people, like today it's one of the, Dr. Vijay Sankeshwar, you got to hear. The structure of the TiECon event is basically, we will have an inaugural session wherein big personalities come and speak, and we will have session on manufacturing, we will have a session on IT, we will have a session on managing family businesses. Maybe when it comes to manufacturing, we will also try to get people from diverse domain to come and talk. So you will have real varieties of people coming and talking and sharing their experience, and I hope you all will come forward and help us to make TiECon big this year. Thank you very much.
Thanks. I would like to thank management of KLS IMER for allowing us to organize the function here. I would like to thank the TiE members, Dr. Purushottam Bang, Mr. Vinayak Lopur, Mr. Swapnil Patankar, and Mr. Dilip Tindar for helping us to organize this program. Now I request Dr. Purushottam Bang to give the vote of thanks.
Vijay Sankeshwar ji, founder VRL Group and office bearers of TiE, Hubli chapter, industrialists, entrepreneurs from Belgaum, aspiring entrepreneurs of this region, my dear faculty mates and dear most student entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good evening to you all. I was writing a book review for Luke Johnson's novel on entrepreneurship called Start It Up. I think you might have read this, which says why running your own business is easier than you think. Wherein Luke Johnson, a successful entrepreneur from UK, criticizes and clears the typical myths that are associated with entrepreneurship, like the idea is what matters, we typically say, right? The idea is the thing in entrepreneurship if you want to succeed, which is a big myth. And entrepreneurs are born and not made, again a second myth. Startups are one-man brands, which we typically say, and which is again a myth. Entrepreneurs are inventive geniuses. They got to be, scientists. Then only they can start their own enterprises. And most new businesses fail. It's again a myth that we carry. Entrepreneurs are loners. We typically, have that myth. They will live in their own world. Right? Entrepreneurs are gamblers. Again, they take a huge blind risk. Like Sir said, going deep down into the sea, right? But before jumping into the sea, they definitely do the testing that is required with one leg, not with both the legs, right? Look into the depth, whether I can really swim it out or not. A typical and several ones he criticizes and he clears, but I would like to confess here on this occasion, after hearing Sir's talk, a story of VRL, that all these myths that he beautifully narrates in his book become a lot more clear, that too in a convincing manner, sir. And I take this opportunity to make humble submission on this occasion to all the people representing TiE, that IMER believe in nurturing and inculcating the entrepreneurial spirit in our students, so that one fine day they will create history of their own, like the Sir's history, rather than ending up in becoming just the history writers. And hence, we would like to partner with you all so that together we can make a Belgium a city of entrepreneurs. So that is the ambition that we carry, that the IMER really carries. As a mark of respect and to convey our gratitude on this special occasion, I request all the audience to once again stand up and give a standing and thunderous round of applause to Dr. Vijay Sankeshwar, a successful entrepreneur from our region, achieving such great heights in such a short span of time, and for sharing his entrepreneurial journey with us all. Thank you, sir. I, on behalf of IMER family, take immense pleasure in conveying sincere thanks to all the representatives and office bearers of TiE. My humble submission and request to the audience is that when I thank them, please second it with a big round of applause. So big